Rogue's Choice, Chapter 3, Dungeon Crawl. I'm guessing we are going to the sewers by Sam Landstrom. You awaken with Sam has a really weird thing he likes to do where like he twists the words around, which normally is fine, but I don't know why it really irks me because it like constantly, it goes into the territory of tongue twisters, and that's really annoying for me at least. I mean, I don't know, I fumble my words a lot. Amazing that I can even public speak at all. You awaken with a groan. You're in a bed. There's rustling nearby. You look over to see the backside of a slender naked body bending down. She picks up a dress, pulls it over her head. Fabric falls down over what has been a wonderful view. Now, pulling your attention off the lower body, you notice the ears slightly pointed. Wait. So we got ourselves a whore? Because if we did, then, they are not like. I mean, we could get robbed, I feel like. The details of last night's escapade start to come back to you in flashes. The tavern, you made a few friends there and managed to convince them to braid the streets with you as you made your way back to the Leering Virgin Inn. Unwise to come back here, where all the soldiers are, you think. This is nice though. The half-elf has turned to you and is smiling. There might be more guilt than friendliness there, and it's a familiar expression to you. The paint around her eyes has smudged like black tears. Her hair has gone wild, a beautiful monster, you think. The thought of monsters reminds you of the promise you made gods, the vampire, need to buy a dress. Then you're reminded of another obligation. The sewer rats promised the witch. You've been in Ring City for less than a full day, and you already mixed yourself with at least 3 women. Well, 2 women and a half elf. What? Okay, I mean, I thought it was just a whore. Okay, maybe she's not a whore. I think the half elf is actually just a chick we picked up. There might be even more. There might even be more. After all, your memory of last night is hazy. As for this one, when you opened your eyes and saw her, you had assumed that she was a prostitute, but you're not sure. The half elf is looking at you with a smile. What do you say? Fuck. Are you the barkeep? Oh, that's funny. Are you the barkeep? You ask. She scowls. You do not remember anything about me. You clear your throat. I just wanted to make sure I remember correctly. You say. I thought you might in fact be a gift from the gods, a blessed spirit encased in beautiful flesh and blood. You muster your best smile. She tilts her head, crosses her arms, obviously unconvinced, but you think you detect a softening in her expression. She turns her back to you. Fasten this, she says in an urgent tone, motions at the ties of her dress, on her dress. Of course, you say. You slide out of bed, you're naked, and you have to pee badly. You consider looking for chamber pot now, except that you get the impression that the half-elf is in a hurry. The pain in your toes as you accidentally kick an empty bottle that clicks across the room, thankfully doesn't shatter. It's unlabeled, but you're pretty sure that was a bottle of Dragonfire, the good stuff. As you analyze, how much gold did I spend? As you analyze the loose strings on the back of her dress, then get distracted by the delicate curves of her broad shoulder blades. You wish you remember more from the night before. As you struggle to recall, you hear shouting from somewhere. She tenses and she turns her head as though to listen. It's a woman's voice, probably the wife of one of the soldiers, coming to track down her whoring husband. Almost a morning ritual at many of the inns you have stayed at. Time, I must go, she says as she turns around. Swiftly, she leans in and kisses you. Her lips are soft. Her breath reminds you of swiftly running river. That is interesting. Swiftly running river, like the musky smell of the fucking dirt and like a slight water vapor. That was pretty good. Reminds you of a swiftly running river. Quite refreshing. Fucking hell. How does one describe a fucking kiss so fucking refreshingly? Good job, Sam. You leave too soon. You say reaching up towards her face. But she unwraps herself from your embrace, is out of the door, leaving you in the middle of the room naked. Farewell, dragon. She whispers through the crack of the door as she shuts it. Fucking hell, she's calling me a dragon instead of rooster. I must have told her that I'm called dragon. You smile to yourself. Evidently, you were using your most grandiose nickname last night and it stuck. Looking out the window, you see that it's still morning, although late. You put on your trousers, check your coin purse. There is a lot less than you remember. You must have had a lot of fun last night. How much did I have? I think I had 9 coins or something. This has to stop, you think. You feel the bumps on your neck. It is very sore, not a nightmare. The vampire was real, you think. She made you promise her a new dress by tonight. What a peculiar predicament I put myself in, you think. Thanks to your fun last night, you do not have enough coin to buy a dress that would impress a vampire. Time to get to work. Time to be responsible, Kriya said to meet at the castle drawbridge in the morning. However, Kriya may still be in her room. You could check there. Another option is to find yourself a bath. You don't have a lot of coin. You don't have a lot of time or coin, but you could certainly use a bath. But of course, you're about to go into a sewer, so would a bath even matter? That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, we're going to a sewer anyway. It doesn't matter. Finally, you could just leave now. Let's check on Kriya's room. Quickly, you get dressed. You find the key to the room on the floor. Go out into the hall. You walk over to Kriya's room. Knock. The woman's voice you heard earlier is louder now. She's irate. Knock again. It's late morning. Kriya's probably already left. The woman yelling downstairs is cursing at someone named Priya. Priya, you think. Isn't that the name of the half-elf? Now you remember. Something's not quite right. You can feel it. You try Kriya's door. It's locked. Where is he? Yells the voice. It's coming from the stairway. And you see her, a slim, fair-haired elf comes up the stairs. She has a composite bow with an arrow notched. There's something about her face, not very comely. The lines are hard. Gods. That's no elf. That's no she-elf. You realize that's a man-elf. Wait. Hold on. What? So, wait. Give me a sec. For a second, I thought we fucked a dude. Okay, so we did not fuck a dude, as I just thought. We might have the brother or the husband or lover of the half-elf coming with a composite bow straight to the face. Wait. He's an elf, right? So, could he be the elf from the inner city or the middle or whatever city? Inner city, I think. The ones that watch Kriya. We might be fucked. We might be majorly boned. Oh boy. Gods, that's no she-elf. You realize that's a man-elf. His eyes fix on you. He's hunting you. He shouts in his shrill voice. What is your name? There's an angry elf. That's an angry elf, a warhorse, you say with your hands up, backing away. His bow is at the ready. That is not a name, he sneers. You stay right where you are. Priya, get up here and tell me if this is the dog. He yells. You bolt down the hall. You're not sure if you hear the bow bend or just sense it, but you dive to the side while whipping your cloak up as a distraction. There's a jolt of pain to your side. You somersault onto your feet, run through the door of your room, slamming it shut and locking it. The arrow is sticking in your side. It's not bad, only a flesh wound. You pull the arrow out as you run to the window. The glass panes are already open. You shove the key into the lock on the bars. Boom, the door shakes. Open up, shouts the high-pitched voice. You open the bars, climb out the window. Now you go up or down. You could climb up onto the roof, or you could just drop down to the streets. I'm gonna go up to the roof, because she shouldn't be coming up here onto the roof in the morning trying to kill me, and it would be much better. You leap up, catch the roof by its eaves, and haul yourself up. Now on top of the inn, you consider your next move. You suppose it's best that you get away from here as safely and quickly as you can. There's another roof a foot or so lower and nearby. Easy, you run over and leap onto the next building. You hear the familiar high-pitched shouting from the elf again. You can't see him from here, thankfully, but you know the voice now. He's cursing, swearing that he will find you. Good thing he doesn't know where you are. Who you are, you hope. Life decreases 3. Fucking hell, I'm about to die. As you're considering which roof to jump to next, I may have made the wrong choice, but I don't know. As you've considered which roof to jump to next, you hear a whisper and a crack as something ricochets off the roof tile near you. Gods, he found me, you think. You run. You aren't as lucky the second time as the shooting spear lances up your shoulder. Hit. You yank the arrow out of you as you duck down. It's not an arrow, it's too short. A crossbow bolt? Now you remember Kriya's warning from the night before about archers in the middle ring, keeping the roofs clear of hooligans. Did they reach they extend the reach out to the... Wait, did they extend the reach to the outer ring during the day? They certainly can't use the vampire Aranova in the daytime. It doesn't matter, you can't be out in the open like this. You lean down, look over the side of the building. You hear shouting. Another bolt strikes only inches away. You eye a one-story house nearby. That will get me closer to the street, you think. You run and leap down onto the house. You land hard, roll and get back to your feet. Another bolt whistles by. You jump off the side of the house with no concern for where you might land. You strike cobblestone street, roll away. Now up on your feet and sprinting away, keeping your head low. Soon you're lost in the bustling crowd that is beginning to form along this market street. I mean, I did remember that they were watching the rooftops, but as far as I knew, I didn't think the inner city people would actually be fucking throwing, chucking arrows at me from across the fucking middle city to the outer city. That's ridiculous. How am I supposed to know that? That's ridiculous, but whatever. I guess they did mention it, so I guess we'll just have to assume that everything that comes with it. Star booster, yeah, I might have to spend these points. I've been waiting for better than an hour, says Kriya, obviously irritated. She is standing several meters from the drawbridge. You notice a pair of guards. One of the men is leaning on his long spear. Look as though you have been dragged through the abyss, she says as you get closer. You come to a stop next to her. She explains, holding her nose. As I am about to enter a sewer designed, I deign not to waste any of my perfume this morning, you says. Kriya shakes her head. That's funny. She nods towards the drawbridge. I hope the captain is in, she says. Perhaps you should go alone. I will wait out here, you say, lowering your voice to a whisper. The Duke has no love for your Lord Wellington or his army, says Kriya. You will be safe so long as you do not declare from the ramparts that you are a deserter. Shh, you hiss at her. She turns and walks towards the guards. You follow. Kriya presents a parchment to one of the guards. The man squints at the parchment as though pretending to read it. You need to see Captain Bonebrow, Bonebrow, about the giant rat bounty, says Kriya. The guard makes a disgusted face and waves you and Kriya past. The castle is well maintained with high walls. You imagine that even if an enemy were to breach the wall of the outer ring, this would provide a good refuge for those who are lucky enough to make it inside. Past another checkpoint with a portcullis, you finally find yourself in an entrance hall. A grey-bearded soldier wearing the crest of the Duke but no armor stands behind a high wooden table. One of his arms is missing. The sleeve has been cut off and hemmed nicely. Kriya presents the parchment to him. The soldier snatches the parchment, scans it quickly. Have you come for a ransom? He leans over the table, looking at Kriya's body, frowning. For proof, the entire head of the vermin is required. You have not set out on this quest. We have not set out on this quest yet, says Kriya. Captain Bonebrow promised a man to accompany my party into the sewers. The soldier smiles at this. Wait here, he says, and then he walks out of the entrance hall shouting names. A minute later, 4 men, all in leather armor with crest of the Duke, file into the entrance hall. You notice one of the men is slightly taller and less intimidating than the rest. We can select our escort, says Kriya, beaming. 3 of the 4 men smile. One turns red, then bursts out laughing. The one-armed soldier shakes his head and speaks. No, lass, we'll be drawing straws for it. He raises his fist to the sky. Flatulous? The man continues. O mighty God of the fates, it is I, Trebuchet, your humble servant. I ask that you bring forth your wisdom and guide your chosen straw to the one most worthy. Flatulous, you think? There is no such God, is there? Yeah, he's just bullshitting. Quit your bullshit. Your question is answered by the barely suppressed laughter of 2 of the soldiers nearby. With that, this man, who you presume is nicknamed Trebuchet, presents 4 hay straws. He then turns around and is presumably mixing up the straws. You choose that mixing straws might be a challenge to give his one hand. Oh, okay. Given that he has one hand, but also assume that he's probably adept at this sort of thing. Trebuchet turns back to everyone and presents a fist with the end of the 4 straws taken out. The first man selects a straw. Trebuchet clears his throat as the man tugs on the straw in his fist. Trebuchet isn't letting go. The soldiers chuckle and few other soldiers laugh too. He selects another straw. The next soldier selects a straw again. Trebuchet doesn't let go of it at first, so the soldiers smile sheepishly and select another. More laughter. Oh, basically he's gonna aim for the one guy to send to the sewer that he doesn't like or doesn't curry favor with him. Favoritism, I guess. Well, fuck it. This is how most organizations go.